Shravan Maas is here. I recently asked my social media family, are you fasting during this pious month of Savan? And of course, I received answers. I am fasting on Mondays, I'm fasting for the entire period of 1 month. But few questions were also asked. And one question was very prominently asked, Acharyaji, why do we not eat onion and garlic when we are on spiritual path? Or there are specific people who just don't take onion and garlic. Why when onion and garlic are vegetarian foods? Namaste. I'm Acharya Pratishtha. I welcome you to Friday Facts with Acharya Pratishtha. And today we are going to talk about science and logic behind not eating onion and garlic, despite of the fact that they are purely vegetarian. Now we will understand it in different ways. There are several stories, traditional Puranic stories associated with this, but we are not going into detailing of stories, but we are straight away going to talk about science behind not taking onion and garlic on specific days, on specific occasions. Now, first thing, our diet is classified into three different parts as per yogic diet, as per Ayurveda. That is tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. Sattvic food is the food that makes us feel light, that helps us in enlightenment, that helps us in growing and moving ahead in our spiritual journey. That is a food which keeps us happy throughout the day, which makes us light, blissful, happy, blessed. Rajasic is the food that makes us excited, that makes us more energetic, and instead of being more calm, we feel more energetic, more excited when we eat Rajasic food. Third is tamasic. Tamasic is the food that makes us more lazy, which makes us feel more heavy, which creates smell in our body, in our sweat, in our mouth, which hampers our spiritual growth. Now, onion and garlic comes under the category of tamasic food. Now you would say, but when it is vegetarian, what is the problem in eating it? There is no problem. But let's look at your objective. What do you want in life? When I was in third standard, I want to be in fourth standard. I want to clear my 10th and 12th and graduation. I don't think there is anyone who want to go back to first standard after passing third standard, right? So wherever we are, this is human tendency that we want growth. We want to get up, get higher. And path of spirituality, path of yoga is to make you higher from where you are. That's why it is called spiritual elevation. That's why we sit in Padmasana while doing meditation because it takes our energies upward. Why Padmasana? Padma means lotus, and lotus is a flower that blossom in kichad, dirty water, right? But still, that dirty water cannot affect the beauty of lotus because tendency of lotus is to grow upward. Same way, when we sit in Padmasana and we do spiritual practices, our energy levels go higher, our spiritual enlightenment happen, we feel light. But just imagine if you are sitting in meditation with an objective to go higher, with an objective to feel light, with an objective to spiritually elevate yourself, but you're smelling, you are having dirty smell in your body, you are burping with smell, you feel heavy, then this process of spiritual elevation and this process of going higher is being hampered. So during fasting, during some pious days and months, when you offer food to divine, जिसे हम कहते हैं भोग लगाना, so the food that is being offered to Paramatma is always sattvic. No tamasic food is there, no onion garlic is there. Why? because of the tendency of this food. What happens when you eat tamasic food, when you take onion and garlic? It instantly makes you excited. You feel smell in your mouth, in your skin, in your sweating. Just imagine, even while cutting onion, you start, tears start coming out from your eyes. What happens when you eat it, when it goes in your body? But there are medicinal benefits of onion and garlic. Now, just understand it. If there is someone who is going on a spiritual process or who is observing a spiritual practice, needs to be calm, needs to be pure, needs to be having a fragrance in his or her body. Why do you apply perfume and deodorant? Because you like fragrance. You don't want to smell bad. But when you're sweat, now look at all the spiritual people. Like, I never use any kind of deodorant or perfume or any of the fragrance artificial, because I know my body has fragrance. That fragrance come when you are absolutely pure from within. And whatever you are eating, that affects your physical health, your mental health, and your entire life. जैसा खाए अन्न वैसा होए मन, वैसा होए तन, वैसा होए जीवन. Now what happened? People, patients of varicose veins or sciatica, what do we suggest them? We suggest them to always begin their day with garlic, with a piece of garlic. Just chew it and eat it. Why? Because it straight away affects the circulation of your blood. And what happened in varicose veins and sciatica? Circulation of blood is hampered. It removes your blockages. That's why it is being given to them. But on contrary, when you are doing a sadhana, when you are doing a spiritual practice, you don't need that excitement. You need to control your circulation of blood. You need to be more calm, more peaceful. So it is very, very clear that medicinal benefits of onion and garlic is immense. But we also need to understand, just because you have not observed a spiritual life, a sattvic life, that's why we are suffering from these problems today. But if from the very beginning we observe a sattvic life, we won't have these problems. So don't think that this is something which is so bad. Of course, it is considered as an impure food, and reason is very, very simple, which I just now shared with you. It makes your body heavy, it makes your body smell, and it affects your mental health. If somebody is suffering from stress, anxiety, tension, depression, any of the mental ailment, first thing is to cut onion and garlic from their diet, because that will make them more violent. The tendency of that food is to make you more violent. What you should be eating, you should be eating more of the sattvic food. Now this is clear. Same way, when you offer food to divine, it has to be pure. But those who have reached that state, that my body is a temple and Paramatma resides in me, divine resides in me, and whatever I'm putting inside my body is an offering to divine. So you would never eat impure food. That is a stage which comes during a spiritual journey. Now, second reason is, there are people who kill animals and eat them for their taste, for health. Health is also a latestly added factor, which is very unfortunate. But there are stages. At that level, they don't feel pain of other being. They don't feel pain of other living being. But then comes a stage when you feel like, no, I don't need to hurt anyone for my taste, for my mere taste or mere some health myths I have. Then comes a stage when you don't even want to hurt plants. Hmm? Generally, people say, oh, but vegetarian people also hurt plants. No, you're not hurting a plant. You are not killing a plant. You are taking that fruit that is coming out of that plant. So you're not hurting that plant. But onion, garlic, these are root plants. So when you eat them, you need to cut them from their roots, which means you're killing a plant. So there are so many people who have reached to that level that they don't eat any root plant. They don't eat onion, they don't eat garlic, they don't eat even potatoes. So that is also a factor. But if we look at the absolutely scientific factor connected to your body and mind, is it is a food that is tamasic, it is a food that makes you heavy, it is a food that makes you smell, and nobody wants to be smelly. Nobody wants to have that heaviness in their body. Hence, during spiritual practices, it is not recommended to actually take any kind of tamasic bhojan. So, this is all about the fact of not having garlic and onion in your diet during spiritual practices. If you have any other question, any other query, do not hesitate to ask to us. Next Friday, we will be talking about a very, very important subject, which is science of navel. Why in Indian culture navel is considered as second brain and why it is being given so much of importance. So we will be talking about it next Friday. Stay happy, stay tuned. We will see you next Friday, but not just on Friday. We see you every alternate day with a different show, with a different program. For Friday Facts with Acharya Pratishtha and Insight to Indian Culture, stay tuned for next Friday. Lots of love, light, and blessings for all of you.